Coming up on today's episode of the AMA Drone Report, MultiGP Champions are named, Representative Pence and Senator Young caution the FAA, and AMA Expo East and West come to an end. Welcome to Airborne's AMA Drone Report, a weekly news program covering the recreational drone world, in partnership with the Academy of Model Aeronautics, one of the oldest and most respected aviation organizations in the world, with more than 200,000 members and 2,400 clubs across the country. I'm Sophie Herlock. The RaceDayQuads 2019 MultiGP Drone Racing Global Championship presented by DRL has named its winners. Matthew Hill came in first place for the sport class division, followed by Tony Bracco in second and Zane Stapleton in third. For the pro class division, Evan Turner took first, Thomas Bitmata took second, followed by Alex Vanover and Ashton Gamble in third and fourth place. Drone racing pilots from all over the world compete in global qualifier races in order to partake in the championship. This year, over 600 pilots from hundreds of MultiGP chapters took part. The sport and pro class competitions took place over 2 weeks at Daytona Stadium in Florida. MultiGP raised the stakes this year by allowing international pilots to participate, as well as offering 2 different classes of competition with pro and sport class. Now it's time for today's Drone Minute. DJI and a team of entomologists in the field of malaria elimination are working together to develop a revolutionary technique to fight the disease with the help of spray drones. Using a modified DJI MG-1S Agris drone, DJI and the entomologists sprayed mosquito-infested rice fields with a unique, non-toxic and biodegradable silicone-based liquid. The liquid creates a very thin film preventing pupae and larvae from breathing at the surface, causing them to drown and die. DroneResponders Major Cities Working Group is designed to unite and assist public safety agencies operating UAS in urban and large metropolitan areas. Formalized at the Drone Journalism Leadership Summit, charter members of the Major Cities Working Group include representatives from FDNY, LAFD, LAPD, and the NYPD. A new published study shows skilled pilots approaching a runway usually can't see small UAS encroaching on their airspace, and they virtually never detect motionless drones. During an airborne human factors experiment, certified pilots failed to see a common type of quadcopter during 28 of 40 close encounters. Researchers with Oklahoma State University and Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University reported. In other words, the pilots got a bead on the invading drone in 12 out of 40 cases, or only about 30% of the time. Now back to the rest of the news. Back on November 8th, U.S. Representative Greg Pence and Senator Todd Young sent a letter to FAA Administrator Steve Dickson on behalf of the AMA. In the letter, the lawmakers stated, "As the FAA develops rules for recreational UAS, we urge you to continue to work with the AMA to ensure the aeronautic hobbyist community is not unduly burdened. Should the FAA move forward to impose uniform restrictions on local clubs, we are concerned that this multi-million-dollar industry and pillar in the recreational community will be jeopardized. We maintain concerns that the FAA may limit AMA clubs in controlled airspace to a 400 feet altitude limit or potentially prohibit their operations altogether. As you may know, a 400 feet operational limit could result in the closure of local clubs that remain committed to aviation safety and have operated in the national airspace system for many decades. Furthermore, the uncertainty surrounding this rulemaking is already adversely impacting the AMA community. The declining membership has forced the AMA to downsize their operations in recent months. If the AMA cannot continue to host aerial competitions at its headquarters, communities in Indiana will lose significant economic investments from visitors and competitors alike. Representative Pence and Senator Young are supporters of model aviation and wish to help the future of the AMA. After a 20-year run, AMA Expo as we know it has come to an end. AMA officials announced the decision at this year's AMA Expo West, after the AMA Executive Council voted to end the show. In 2018, AMA Expo West was held twice, once in January in Ontario, and then again November 2nd through the 4th at the Pomona Fairplex in California. The show was moved to the fall in hopes of attracting Christmas shoppers. The new venue also provided space for outdoor flying. This year, the January AMA Expo West was eliminated, and the event was again held in Pomona in November. The AMA has decided to explore multiple district events across the country in 2020 and in the years to follow. If you live in Southern California, look for details on the District X Fun Fly tentatively slated at the Las Vegas Radio Control Club in October 2020. And that wraps up our show for today. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check us out on Facebook and on Twitter. You can always find more information on the exciting hobby drone world at modelaircraft.org. We here at Aero-News Network are currently looking for talented people to join us. We're looking for additional airborne program staff with strong camera, video editing, and on-camera presentation skills to join our webcast team, as well as aviation writers and reporters with social media experience to help us get our stories out to the aviation community. If you're interested, please send a resume to jim@aero-news.net. I'll see you tomorrow.